Hi, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Collings, and I'm going to be one of the teachers in your preschool class. I just wanted to welcome you to preschool and give you a little tour of our room. This is me with a mask on, which we all will be wearing. And I have a fun Paw Patrol mask, but I want you to see what I look like without a mask so you know who I am. Some of you might remember me from preschool last year, but you were in different classes, except Minnie. She was in our class and she's coming back. So I just want to give you a little tour of our classroom. This is where you guys will line up when we get ready to leave the classroom. These are your cubbies where you come in and you'll each have your own name on a cubby, and you will hang up your coats and put your backpacks away. And then we come in and I'm going to show you this center. This center is somewhere where you can go by yourself if you're tired, or you're feeling a little sad, or maybe you just are a little grumpy, because sometimes we all get grumpy. This is just an area where you can come and relax, just you, just one person. So this area is all yourself, and you can play with the dolls, and you can sit calmly and relax until you start feeling better. Now we're going to go to our science area. This is the table for the science area, and see how there are 2 children allowed. So when you come in, you'll have your ticket and you will be able to put it right there, and it'll have your picture on it, and that lets people know that you are playing at this center. And here are the science toys. Oh, so many things to explore. We have scales, and we have bugs and seashells and just all kinds of things, magnets and sensory toys. Now when we play with these toys, we always bring them back to the table, and we sit and we play with them at this table. We don't take them into other areas because we don't want them to get mixed up or lost. So that looks like it'll be a fun area to play in. Another area we have are manipulatives. That means little toys that you can play with, that you can build with. There's blocks and dominoes and bears that you can count with and sort into colors. There are just all kinds of fun things to do. This is one of our favorite centers, and there's puzzles. So when we come to this center, you play with all of your toys right here at this table. So when we have our toys, we keep them here. We don't run around the room with them. We don't put them in other areas because everything will get mixed up. So all of our toys have their places, right? And I know you'll do a great job of that. Plus, it's fun to sit at a table and build and make things. So over here, we have all kinds of big puzzles and games you can play and things you can build with. In that area, you will bring your toys over here. See how it's close? They're close to each other. So we always keep our puzzles. We do one at a time, and we don't mix them up, because boy, that can be messy. And this is our carpet area. This is where Miss Polston teaches. You'll learn about the calendar, and you'll learn about writing your name and fun things on the smart board and the weather. And this is our writing area. So we're going to have one child at a time here, and we'll have more papers and pencils and crayons and scissors, and you can learn to write your name and write other words and whiteboards and markers, so all kinds of things, and these all stay at this area. And we'll learn more about that when we come in person. And there's our class schedule. That tells us what things are going to happen during the day, so you always know what is going to happen and what comes next. This is our music area. There's all kinds of musical instruments. Yeah, it will be really fun. We have maracas and xylophones and a piano. And those will all stay on the carpet area. Then we have our Leader and Me, our Super Friends. Yeah, those are really fun to play with. You'll learn more about those, and our timers. And then this is the housekeeping area or dramatic play. So really what this is, where you can dress up, you can be a veterinarian or a mail carrier or a doctor or a pilot. And all of these things have a place. So when you get done playing with them, you can put them back on the shelf. There's dress-up clothes and books about cooking. And there are your baby dolls. Got a lot of dolls in a farm. And then you have the rest of the kitchen area, stove. So all of these things are staying in this area. So if you're playing with something and say one of your friends wants it, maybe they could say, could I please have that after you? And so when you're done with it, you could share it with them, or you could put it back in place. This is our block area where there's cars and trucks and big blocks and small blocks and people and cars. So yeah, this will be a lot of fun. And here, we play safely with our blocks. We have to make sure and build safely with our friends, because some of these blocks, if they fall on us, if they get too tall and fall on us or our friends, it can hurt. But I know you can do it safely. So remember, there's going to be a certain number of kids that can come in here at a time, but we're all going to take turns. Oh, and outside, look what's right outside of our window. You can see the playground. And we'll have lots of time out there. Next is our art area, where you can paint and draw and use scissors and glue. And we have 2 easels that you can stand and paint, or write on the chalkboard. Remember, when you have a glue stick, you always what? You're right, you always have to put the lid on, or what? It dries out. That's right, and we have to be very careful with scissors. Now that you're big boys and girls, we have to be careful with scissors and only cut paper. And what do we color and write on? Right, just our papers, not someone else's and not the furniture. Also, we always want to practice writing our name on our papers so we know who our art activities belong to. And this is our sensory table. Oh, and look, we have sand. Sand is so much fun and it feels so good in your fingers. But where do we keep the sand? You're right, in the sand table, because it can make a big mess and then we'll be out of sand and we won't have any to play with. So let's keep it in the sand table. And this is another sensory table. Sometimes we'll have water in there. Sometimes we'll have toys. Oh, I can't get it open. So I'm just going to show you. Right now, we have toys in there. So that's fun. And this is where we can hang your pictures up that you send in that you do with your family. So we'll hang them up on the wall so everyone can see. I think that's about all of our areas. Oh, I about missed one. I bet you know what this is called. Has a lot of books and comfy places to sit. Yeah, it's the library. So we sit nicely with our books, and we can cuddle with a stuffed animal and sit and read to ourselves or read to our friends. Is a library for running and being rough and playing rough with stuffed animals? No, a library is a quiet place where you can relax and look at pictures and books and learn to read, or a teacher will come over with you and read stories to you. So I know you'll do a great job doing that. Anyway, this was just our classroom. I wanted to share it with you, and I can't wait to meet you. If I don't meet you in person, I'm going to meet you over the computer. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed our tour. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.